was regarding birthday parties. Look, to be honest with you, I need to give an introduction to the answer. Islam is a religion I have chosen, you have chosen. Have you chosen it? We've chosen it. Is it from you or from Allah? Are you happy that it's from Allah? So if the dunya tells you something and Allah tells you something else, does it make, or which one is more important, the first or the second? What Allah has said. So even if the whole world is doing something and we are taught that this is not supposed to be done in the deen, we should not be feeling it hard in our hearts to say, Allah, if I die today, I know that I chose to be a Muslim and I chose to worship you and I know it's your rules. You know, it's so difficult today to talk because you're talking to a secular world, and sometimes they will pick on a small point of yours and they will make it a big issue for nothing. So you find even families which are supposedly religious, you know, they have these big birthday parties and so on, whereas it is Islamically incorrect. Wallahu a'lam. Allah knows best. Like I said, I've given you a little introduction before I gave the answer. There are more important things we could do, you know, than that. And we could have, we could throw a party on a different occasion altogether in order to celebrate other things than to do it the pagan way. You know, I would prefer a graduation party than to have a birthday party any day. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our children. May He bless us all. It was wonderful being here.
How should we explain to our non-Muslim friends that we Muslims don't believe in the celebration of birthdays and anniversaries?
This is the question, that how can we explain to a non-Muslim that we Muslims don't believe in the celebration of birthdays and anniversaries? Sister, I am aware that there are a group of Muslims who say that celebrating birthday is haram. As far as I am concerned, I don't know of any Quranic verse which says celebrating birthday is haram, or any Sahih hadith which says celebrating birthday or making anniversary is haram.
We get to the issue of celebrations, Eid, and we'll mention four aspects. Number one, celebrating a celebration yourself. Celebrating a celebration yourself. There are four types of celebrations. The first, any celebration that is personal and private. That is something that is not communal and something that is not religious. Any personal or private celebration that is nothing to do with the religion has nothing to do with Islam. Islam is not making it haram or halal or makruh or mubah. The celebration is neutral. The Sharia did not dictate personal celebrations. There's nothing in the Sharia that dictates anything about personal celebrations. The ahadith about Allah substituting two Eids, as we're going to come to, if anything, it is a communal. A personal celebration cannot be a bid'ah because there's no religion involved. And the Sharia did not dictate when you can be happy and when you can throw a party and invite friends over. There's nothing in the Sharia for or against this. It is neutral. So if you graduate and you want to have a festival, go ahead. If you get a new house, you have a festival, go ahead. If you're bored and you want to have a festival, go ahead. If you think it is the day you were born or whatever, your birthday, and you want to have a festival, go ahead. The Sharia is not telling you anything about this. There's nothing in and of itself that forbids it. And therefore, these personal celebrations, and in particular the two most famous ones are birthdays and anniversaries, there is nothing in the Sharia to forbid them. Now, the group says it is bid'ah. We say, with utmost respect, this is the weakest argument. It cannot be bid'ah, because when you celebrate the birthday of your 5-year-old kid, do you expect Allah to reward you for that? Is it a part of the religion? No. You have not understood the meaning of bid'ah with my utmost respect, even though you might be more knowledgeable than me, and a million one feels, it can't be bid'ah. There is no tashabbuh in eating hamburgers and french fries. There's no tashabbuh in liking cheesecake. There's no tashabbuh in dressing like this, in speaking English. There is no tashabbuh in celebrating birthdays. Make it halal, keep it halal, then do that. Then they say, oh, but there's israf and waste of money. To which we say, who amongst us is safe from that? Why are you picking and choosing this one battle and ignoring the israf in your wardrobe? The israf in going out to restaurants, the israf in this and that, and then you want to prohibit the 5-year-old birthday, 5-year-old child's birthday, and say this is israf. Be fair. Birthdays are halal because there's nothing to make them haram. Is that clear? The default, everything is halal. You have to prove it's haram. And anything they throw at you, and I've been saying this for more than a decade, it's nothing new you're hearing from me, but because people are so sensitive in this regard, it cannot be tashabbuh. And it's ironic, you're speaking to me in English, wearing pant and shirt, living in America, and you're talking about birthdays being tashabbuh. Again, think about this. It's not tashabbuh. It's a generic thing that everybody is doing. It's nothing to do with any paganism. On top of this, certain types of these celebrations can actually bring a positive goal that the Sharia wants, love between families. Anniversaries are of the most easiest ways to win your wife's heart back, mashallah, tabarakallah. Please don't forget your anniversaries, right? I say it is sunnah, meaning not sunnah, like sunnah here meaning the goals of the Sharia sunnah, not the Prophet sunnah, obviously. It is of the goals of the Sharia to celebrate your anniversary. Quote me on that. No problem. It is of the goals of the Sharia.